Hey y'all, and welcome to another episode of the Millennial Management Podcast. I am your host, Brandi, the Millennial Manager, and today we are in for a treat, okay? Instead of our Monday motivation, we are doing a bonus email episode because we did not have the email segment in our episode that was released on this Friday. Remember that you need to be following the podcast so that you can get all updates, and then also make sure that you are following me at Brandi, the Millennial Manager on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So let's get going. All right, y'all. Our first email is coming from a Betty who has been silently promoted to manager. You know what that means? Silent with no additional money. And that almost, I didn't even want to read this email because y'all know what I'm finna say. No, ma'am. But let's get to it. Your tips and insights have been so helpful. As a baby manager, I really want to grow and succeed in this role, and your ideas are thought-provoking. I was silently promoted to manager with no additional compensation. I told y'all. Only the extra work, extra responsibilities of managing a team, and the title were given to me. This makes me feel as if my hard work isn't valued at all. That's because it's not. I've approached this with management who makes excuses, and there's really no hope of being adequately compensated. I do like the overall culture of this place, and I think that I've had so many jobs take advantage of me and cause me so much stress that I am afraid of what lurks around the corner. A devil you may know situation. Baby. This is a entirely new program, so I've had to help build it from the ground up. I've developed new workflows and SOPs without even understanding the dynamics of how the team might operate effectively. There are also a few unhappy people brought from another work area on my team. They were already a tight-knit group, and this role is more complicated, so it seems as if they would prefer to be a part of the problem instead of the solution. I've heard a lot of gossiping going on in the background and a lot of complaining about things that they aren't even prepared to have a conversation about. I honestly don't know how I can manage this team effectively. I've been putting in long hours. Oh, girl, because I want to be sure that the team has the support that they need, which is a lot for a new team in a pilot program. My manager is a micromanager you speak of very often, so he's constantly picking things out he wants in addition to what's already there. Should I cut ties? The program is likely to fail if I do. If I do stay, do you recommend or do you have any tips on how a new manager can stay sane while they learn the ropes at the same time and teaching the ropes that they're learning? I'm mentally exhausted and discouraged. Your company did a big one, okay? They did a big one with you. Not only are you doing all of this work, you're doing it for no additional pay. And that is crazy as fuck, okay? I'm going to tell you straight up, you should not be accepting a promotion without promotion money. Where is the money for all of this work? Where is the pay for all of these long hours? What are you receiving in return? In this email, you are talking about creating new workflows, developing SOPs. You are doing everything from the ground up, and they can't even give you $3 an hour. I don't know what your salary is, or if it's a guaranteed salary. Can they give you 10 grand on top of your salary? Like, they haven't even tried to give you any money, but they want you to do the work. And I'm going to tell you, baby, they using you. They are using you, and they're going to use you up. They're going to use you to build all this stuff. They're going to use you to create this team. They're going to use you, and then they're going to fire you and put somebody else in the role that they feel like can effectively manage. You are a builder. You're going in there building stuff for them. And that's it. And they are not going to give you any money. They're not going to give you any financial compensation. All you are getting is the title because that's all they feel like you deserve. They do not value you at all. And so what you need to do in this email, you asked, should I cut ties? Hell yes. Okay. And then you also said the program is likely to fail if I do. Girl, let me tell you something. That shouldn't even be a part of your concern. I know it is. You're worried because you have done all this work and you don't want it to end. But baby, they have not given you any money. They have silently promoted you and not giving you a dime, but want you to do all this work, want you to put in all this time, and they are not willing to even give you something. Even if it's like a promissory, saying like, okay, for right now, we're going to give you a, $10,000 increase in your salary. And then once the program is complete and everything has been successful, you'll get a 20 grand increase, like something. They can't give you anything. And you even talk to management and you are getting excuse after excuse after excuse because they were quick to make the decision to put you in that role. But they are taking their time with the money. So that lets you know everything that you need to know about this company. And I really, really hope to God, and I hope and pray that you find something else and you need to go ahead and start preparing for management roles outside of this company. Please do not work for them anymore. Our next email is more of a update in a way because we haven't heard from this person before, but they have been listening to the podcast and applying some of the things that we have discussed on social media to work, and it has just worked out so well. So I'm going to read this email really quick. It says, "Dear Brandi, I wanted to thank you so much for helping me. I'm 50 years young and in a relatively newer and very different workplace than I've been before. Your teachings, these are lessons we have to keep learning so that we can keep earning, period. I have a boy in college and one in grade 2 for support or to support, and I'm going to play your podcast on my way to work each day to prepare myself and my soul for better things and not to take on more than what I need to." Oh my goodness. That is the goal, okay? You do your job, okay? If my boss isn't concerning herself with things, or if she is sending me data for presentations, it is not up to me to protect her or correct her. I need to protect myself, period. Y'all, this Betty got the sauce. Okay, she is putting herself as a priority at work. And remember, this is a business transaction. This is a business decision. And this Betty is definitely applying the things that we are talking about and putting it to work in real life. So make sure y'all are doing this. Girl, I'm so proud of you. It just makes me so happy to hear that y'all are applying the things that we talk about. That is so important because knowing and not applying is what keeps us in these bad situations. So I was just so happy to hear this. And y'all, she is all the way from Nova Scotia. Okay, this is amazing. So much love to you, my darling, all the way from Detroit. I'm sending so much love to you to Nova Scotia. And thank you so much for engaging. Thank you so much for listening and applying the things that we discussed. All right, y'all. So we're going into our next email. It says, "Hey, Brandi, I have an issue that I'm about to face at work here at the end of the month. On October 1st, I put in a time request or a time off request or PTO request. My boss signed off on it the following day, which means that she was able to find coverage for my shift and it is approved. I took a picture of it. Hallelujah. So just so I will have proof and she cannot renege my request. Last Thursday, she called me and said she does not have coverage or does not have anyone to cover my shift. I told her that I'm not sure if I will be able to come in to work that day. I have not given her a straight answer. And I've done some thinking and I realized that it is not my problem, period. That's your manager problem, okay? I did what I was supposed to do by putting in my time off request. She signed off on it and she approved it. And now she's calling me saying that she cannot find coverage and I have to come to work that day. So wait, she has me off on the schedule the 2 days that I took off, yet she is personally telling me that she cannot find coverage and she kind of needs me. The days I took off are October 31st and November 1st, followed by me being off 2 days of the weekend and back to work on Monday. What do I do in this situation? And if I called in, would it be a true call-in? If I'm technically off, I have pictures of the schedule where it's showing that I'm off. And I also have a picture of my approved time off paper with her signature dated October 3rd. Baby, you ate this shit right on up. You know why? Because you gave her more than enough time. You gave her a month for her to find somebody else to cover those 2 days or 3 days. That is not your problem. Okay, when she comes to you again and you say, thank you so much for approving my day, but I can't come in. I already have plans. I can't change them. I won't be into work that day. And if she does try to come at you with some bullshit, you have it signed and dated by her. Okay, so you're not calling in. You're not calling out. You're not doing that. You have already requested off your days. You're using your PTO, and that's it. You did the work, baby. So you ain't got nothing to worry about. This is her problem. Don't make it yours. You did exactly what you are supposed to do. When you take off work, y'all, your manager is supposed to find coverage. If you work in a position where you need to have somebody there, like it's not like you work at a corporation and it's just like calls are going to be missed. It's totally different. That is not your problem. That's her problem. She needs to find someone to cover that shift, or she needs to cover that shift. The problem is she's the person that will have to do it and she just don't want to. But that's your responsibility, not mine. So good job to you, baby, for making sure that you got all the documentation. You showed proof that you requested it ahead of time. You have the documentation that she signed off on it, and you have the signature date that she approved it. So even if she tried to come at you with some bullshit, you are already covered. So ain't no calling out, ain't no calling in. You already did what you were supposed to do. Okay, and to our last email. This one is a little more serious, guys. So just prepare your heart and mind. It says, I have been working for a company for some time now. Since day one, I have been targeted from baseless write-ups, bullying, harassment, physically assaulted, sabotaged, and being called an active shooter. This is the short list. You name it, it has happened. It is very true that a toxic work environment will change you. I am truly traumatized physically and emotionally. I need help but don't know where to start. After 2 long years, I finally found something else and I simply want to walk away. However, due to the nature of this company, I am concerned that they will find out where I work and cause additional problems. My family said I should give notice because it's the right thing to do, and I do not want to be like them. Question: how is this the right thing? Well, the right thing is what you decide to do. Okay? And baby, nobody should, before we start this, nobody has the right to physically make you uncomfortable, emotionally make you uncomfortable in any type of way. Okay? Physical harassment, physical assault is not to be tolerated in any work environment. I don't care what they are paying you. I don't care how they make you feel. No, do not accept that as payment. Okay? Because that's what they're doing. They're making you accept that as a part of your salary is to be abused, and you don't have to do that. You don't have to take that. Also, it is your business of whether or not you are going to give notice. You don't have to tell your family a damn thing. I wouldn't say anything about it. Yeah, I'm still there. For all they know, they don't know if you're there or not. But I wouldn't tell them nothing. If you feel like after all of this time that you want to walk away and bow out without giving notice, that is your business. And make sure you are getting ready to start your company the next day so you don't have a breakdown in pay. Okay? Make sure that you don't miss a check. But after dealing with this, I also want to, tell you that you should talk to an attorney. If you have some type of documented evidence of all the things that has happened, about how you were bullied in the workplace, the harassment that you have dealt with, the physical assault, like that they have not done anything about, that they have not addressed, you need to talk to an attorney, okay? If you really want to go after them. But if you don't and you just want to move on with your life, I would not go to work. I would clock in at my new job and keep it moving, okay? But you do not have to take any type of abuse in the workplace. I don't care who is doing it. Is your manager? Get up and leave. Get up and leave. Do not sit there and be abused at work. Okay, babies? Okay. If you decide to give notice, that is your choice, but I would not tell them where you work. When they ask you, oh, are you going to find another job? Do you have another job? No, currently I'm going to be on sabbatical. I'm going to be taking a break from work. That's all you need to say. Don't say nothing else. I'm taking a break from work. Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay. All right. Bye-bye. That's all you need to say. Don't tell them where you work. Don't tell them that you found another job. Don't tell them anything. Let them know. If you want to give a notice, just say, I am resigning because I'm going on a sabbatical. I'm taking a break from work. Okay? Oh, Lord have mercy. This one just really hurt my heart. I'm so sorry that you went through this, and I just am praying for anybody that is going through this situation. If you are struggling mentally with bad employment, you need to speak to a therapist because they can help you. They have Talkspace. They have a lot of different companies that you can go online and book appointments, and you don't have to go, worry about missing work. You can do it through your lunch or through text. They have so many different options. So don't feel like you are alone in this. Make sure that you are receiving the help that you need. Okay? All right. Now that is the end of our episode today. I definitely hope that y'all are listening. Please do not accept abuse at work. If you are being abused mentally, physically, emotionally, there are people who are doing things to you that make you feel uncomfortable in the workplace. You do not have to take that. Okay? I know it may seem like this is my only opportunity, but it's not. That's not your only opportunity. There are other jobs, there are other places to work that don't offer any type of abuse. Okay? Now, please make sure that you are following the podcast. Make sure you share this episode with your family, with your friends. If you have someone who's really struggling at work, tell them that they can email me at themailmanagementpod@gmail.com, and I will read their email, or if it's something that they don't want read and they just want a quick response from me, they can send me that email or send me a DM on Instagram. I hope that y'all are having a wonderful Monday, and remember what I said, okay? No abuse. None will be tolerated. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I will see y'all on the internet. Bye-bye.